That seems to fall flat. I mean, I don't know, Charlie Hurt, Fox News contributor, Washington Times opinion editor. Charlie, does Obama even seem to believe what he's saying? I mean, it seems like the expiration date is long since passed with hope and change. That didn't seem to work at all.
Yeah, of course. And let's not forget, of course, probably the single person in Washington who's more responsible than anybody else for giving us Donald Trump is Barack Obama himself.
Thank you.
So I think you and I owe him a bit of a debt of gratitude. But, you look back, remember throughout his entire career, he could get himself elected. He could not transfer any of that goodwill to anybody else. All of the midterms, what was it? Over 1,000 Democrats lost their offices. All the while, Barack Obama was pursuing his agenda. He got himself reelected once, but man, he is not good at passing the love around. And we see it, I think, in the failings, the obvious failings of Kamala Harris's campaign right now. The reason she's so terrible at this stuff is because she doesn't know what she thinks. Donald Trump is able to do 50 interviews in a day and wheel through them because he knows what he thinks. Well, she's having to study. And then it's still a failure.
Well, remember those stories last year, Charlie? I think you came on and we talked about them, how her staff was frustrated because she didn't like to go through the briefing material, but then she blamed the staff when some appearances didn't go the way she wanted, right? So that's never been her thing, the studying. She failed the California bar. That takes a lot of studying. I took the California bar. Somehow I didn't fail it. But today, she was actually talking about the last 4 years tonight in the interview. Watch this.
If you win, it is entirely possible that the federal court cases against the former president will continue on. He is, of course, facing those felony charges. Would you consider, if you win and he's convicted, a pardon for former President Trump?
I'm not going to get into those hypotheticals. I'm focused on the next 14 days.
But do you believe, is there any part of you that subscribes to the argument that has been made in the past that a pardon could help bring America together, could help unify the country and move on?
Let me tell you what's going to help us move on. I get elected president of the United States.
Well, that's going to help us move on if she's elected president. If it's not in her note card, she's not going to go there, Charlie.
Right, of course. She can't tell you what she's going to turn the page from, and she can't tell you what she's going to turn the page to, but just elect her, and everybody's going to be really happy, and it's going to solve all of her problems, by which she means only her problem, not anybody else's problem. It's really interesting, though, that she's unable to answer that simple question. And if the Biden campaign and then later the Kamala Harris campaign had been a smart campaign months ago, they would have announced, no matter what happens, if we get elected, we're going to pardon Donald Trump on everything. It would have been a very smart move. Months ago, it would have taken some of the wind out of the sails. But both of them are so stingy. They're so angry. They're so full of nothing but hatred for this guy that they weren't able to recognize how smart that was. And here she is now sounding like a salty schoolmarm who's just sucked on a lemon and can't come up with any sort of visionary, vision that brings voters together, and can't even come up with a kind of a neat tactic that actually might be somewhat effective.
Well, Charlie, I found it all so inspirational. And just when I think of girl power, I think of those types of answers from Kamala Harris. I mean, that's what our young girls are aspiring to, apparently.
And bringing out a man to save you. I love that.
Oh, no, damsel in distress. Come on, we're back to the early 1900s. Charlie, who's taking us back? I think that's taking us back. Charlie, thank you. It's always wonderful to see you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.